Hey guys, Marlo back again with another unboxing and review brought to you by NECA Toys. And today I have the Creep from the 2019 series Creepshow. And of course, the series was based upon the hit fan favorite cult classic Creepshow movies from, I believe it was around 2000. No, it was 1982. What am I talking about? From the 80s. So we have the original Creepshow and of course Creepshow 2, which was just as cool, but nothing beats the original Creepshow movie by George A. Romero and of course Stephen King. Anyways, the Creepshow series here from 2019 was developed by Greg Nicotero, and this figure here of the Creep is based upon how he appears in that series. A little bit different from how he appeared in the original Creepshow movies, again from the 80s, from Creepshow 1 and 2. So hopefully they'll make those versions eventually, if possible, but for now, again, we have the 2019 version of the Creep here. So this is the box, kind of cool in that cool Creepshow comic book style. Some images there. If you want, you can pause the video to read all that as I will keep moving along. Includes a skull, you can see there, a lantern, comic book, interchangeable hands, and again, just a really cool little package. Again, you know, just to I don't know, kind of pay homage to that sort of retro comic book look that Creepshow is famous for. So anyways, let's go ahead and open up this figure and see how cool he is actually out of package. And here we have the Creep figure out of the package with all of his accessories. And before we take a closer look at all of that, I'll show you guys the backdrop insert that comes in the package. Again, just a cool little backdrop that you might want to keep for your little display just in case. And moving on to the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. We have a lantern, no moving parts or anything like that. Too bad this doesn't really have a hinge, so hopefully, you know, you guys will be careful and not break this piece there. But you can see it's nicely painted and weathered, giving it that old lantern look. This sort of a, it's not a really translucent piece here, but for the center there, for the light, kind of an opaque yellow. So that's the lantern. And he also comes with a skull, as you can see there. Again, nicely detailed, painted, and weathered. And, looks like there's a little ball socket there. That's kind of funny. I guess you can probably pop that in place for, you know, as opposed to the head he's on. Maybe you can switch that out. It's kind of funny that they did that. Didn't expect that. So again, a cool looking little skull. An extra an extra hand as I lose my voice. This is for grasping the lantern, I guess, or maybe even the comic book. So let's look at that comic book. Just a little miniature comic book, only a folded piece of paper, so you don't have a lot of pages in there. And it looks like a little excerpt from one of the episodes of the series there. So pretty cool. Nice that they did that. It's kind of a glossy paper, so, you know, not too bad. And moving on to the Creep himself, let's take a look at that ugly mug. Wow, that is definitely creepy. Nicely weathered outfit. Originally I thought this was part of the retro cloth line of figures because, you know, the soft goods materials, but he is more in the 7-inch scale. I believe the retro cloth figures are more in the 8-inch scale. For a quick comparison in height, I do have the Halloween Michael Myers here, so you can see he's kind of in that 7-inch range there, as opposed to the retro cloth Michael Myers. Yeah, this guy's a little bit bigger, as you can see there, more in the 8-inch scale. So again, yeah, this creep definitely is going to be more in that 7-inch scale line of figures, just to clear that up. I'll give you guys a look at some of the details there with the sculpting and paintwork. Just a really crazy job, and I love the weathering on the soft goods robe or outfit that he's wearing. They just dirtied it up really nicely with all the tatters and everything. And yeah, I mean, he's thoroughly detailed throughout. So let me go ahead and get the robes off so we can get a better look at the details underneath, as well as the articulation. And here we have the creep with his robes taken off, and look at the crazy details on this guy. Just amazing work again by Neca Toys. Love those details and the paintwork. Wow. So even if you didn't want to use him as a creep figure, I mean, he definitely looks great as a zombie. You can use him, I don't know, I guess for maybe a Walking Dead type setup or something like that. Just crazy looking. Wow. So just giving you guys a good look at the details on this. Too bad it's covered up by that robe. I mean, just some amazing details there underneath the robes there, and you can see the hair has some actual soft goods type hair, just simply glued on the top of the head, but it works quite nicely. Looks like, you know, just a few strands of hair off of like a decaying corpse. So let's look at some articulation on this guy real quick. Looks like he has a good amount of articulation. Let me get the lighting there. Of course, the head is going to be on a ball joint. The arms do go out, as well as forward. You get double joints at the elbow, so you get a pretty good bend there. Flex at the wrist, as well as rotation. And you can see there at the lower rib cage, you do have a bend about that much, as well as rotation. And then at the legs, they do go out. Pretty good joints too, I might add. But as always with Neca Toys, you want to be careful because of the paint and everything. You want to, you know, be sure that they're nice and loose before you go crazy with it. So I recommend heating it up with a blow dryer, or, you know, dipping it in some hot water if you prefer. But there you go, you get good bend at the knees, flex there at the feet, as well as no rotation, but I think you get a little bit of a pivot there. Yeah, you do get a bit of a pivot at the feet. Yeah, the single joint at the knees, as well as rotation. So yep, some pretty good range of motion with this guy, and definitely creepy. Wow, look at that. Whew. Alright, let me get his clothes back on, and I think we're almost done. And here we have the creep holding the skull and the lantern, just to give you guys a look at that. And before I forget, there is some wires within the hood of the outfit, so you can pose it as you will to give it a certain look. You can see there, not so much on the tail end, but you get a little bit actually. So you can definitely, you know, pose that a little bit just to get, again, the look you're after with that hood. Oops. So that's more or less it. Let me try to get that skull back in hand. There we go. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review of the NECA CREEPSHOW The Creep. If you did, please do give the video a thumbs up. Be sure to share the video, like the video, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. As always, take care, stay safe, keep on collecting, and I will see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.